case anyone did not hear me before, I'm noting for the record that the hearing room is very full and that there are members of the public who are not parties to this proceeding who were singing and who are now humming. Ladies and gentlemen of the public, this hearing room is a public space, but this hearing is a formal proceeding. There are rules of process that the parties are entitled to rely on me to follow to keep good order. As members of the public, you are welcome to be present in this room to observe these proceedings, provided your presence does not interfere with the orderly conduct of this hearing. To this end, I must ask that you keep your voices down and refrain from engaging in conduct that is disruptive for these proceedings. Now, today's business consists primarily of scheduling discussions.
Officer, my dear.
I'll observe for the record again that the conditions right now
I can't hear you.
There's no need to take their land and home. Officer, my dear.
I can't continue the proceedings right now, so we're recess.
Our hallelujah, his white line has got to end. There's no good in the earth, we must defend. Officer, my dear. It's time to keep the gas inside the ground. We're singing up for climate justice now. Officer, my dear, it's all the people here are telling you to leave these folks alone. There's no need to take their land and home. Officer, my dear, all the people here.
So if I could have your attention just for a minute. What I need to tell you is that being this is a public meeting, and if it's being disrupted and they come back and choose to continue the hearing and ask us to intervene, people will be immediately arrested for disorderly conduct for disrupting the meeting. So I just need to give you that fair warning that that's a possibility of something that could happen.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
Because this is a public hearing, it's disorderly conduct to disrupt a meeting of any type. So if the meeting is disrupted and we're asked to intervene, then people will be immediately arrested and removed for disorderly conduct.
Sheriff, so my name's Henry. So do we have, are we getting the message from you that the Sheriff's Department is willing to arrest people in this community for defending other members of this community from an international fracking corporation who's trying to bring explosive pipelines through our community members' land and seize their property through eminent domain?
What I'm explaining to you is that the behavior is disorderly conduct, and if we're asked to intervene, then we will have to intervene on behalf of the state.
Karen, can I ask a question?
Irvin, what is the definition of orderly?
If it disrupts the meeting.
If it doesn't.
Oh.
All right then. We agree. We agree. All right. Thank you.
If they can't continue with the meeting, then it's disorderly. It's disrupting the meeting.
Is that a legal term?
I'm explaining it to you, and I have to get out the statute which I don't have in front of me to read to you.
Now, we know you're on shift right now, but can I ask you a personal question?
It depends.
Have you met Claire Broughton today? This hearing is about a woman who is actually really ill and couldn't even be in this room.
No, I have
Have
not.
you seen her? She's been in this room with you before.
And we all get that.
We
all understand.
She's got
that.
kidney failure, and the week that so Vermont Gas hires what's called landmen, independent contractors who are firewalled from the company, so the company doesn't have to be responsible for what they say. And they go around to all of the people who own the land that the company wants, and they lie to them. And they'll tell them all kinds of different things one day after the next, right? The week the landmen came to Claire's house, her husband died. Was this like 3 years ago? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Her husband died, and she's been asking them to just leave her alone, and she could if she was here, she could tell you about the lies that the company told, and Jane's here. Jane can tell you about these lying landmen whose process you're currently defending, who came to their house and tried to make it seem like it was going to be a great deal and they were going to have all these rights. But at the end of the day, these pipelines are exploding and leaking and causing sickness, health and safety issues all over the country. Emergency first responders are trying to block all kinds of fossil fuel infrastructure that's getting put through communities on the cheap all over the continent. And we're here because we are ethically bound to. And the sheriff's office is an elected position in this community, is it not?
Yes, it is.
And what do you think that sheriff's community here in Washington County thinks about climate change and international fracking corporations seizing land of community members?
Well, the purpose of the sheriff's department being here today is to assist in making sure the hearing is orderly.
I understand. I thought it was a personal question.
We're back on the record. Today's business consists primarily of a scheduling discussion. And as part of that discussion, I would also like to take the opportunity to address Ms. Broughton's December 22nd, 2015 motion for a summary judgment dismissing the petition. Have the parties individually or jointly prepared a schedule for this proceeding?
Officer, my dear, all the people here
Mr. Dumont and
are telling you to leave these folks alone. There's no need to take their land and home. Officer, my dear, all the people here are telling you this lifeline's got to end. The climate and the earth we must defend. Officer, my dear, getting many years. It's time to leave the gas inside the ground. We're living it out for climate justice now. Officer, my dear, all the people here are telling you to leave these folks alone. There's no need to take their land and home. Officer, my dear, all the people here are telling you this lifeline.
Excuse me, are you guys holding the meeting up there? I can't hear the meeting. This is a public meeting. How can you be holding it if the public isn't allowed to hear it? Excuse me, meeting officer, hearing officer, excuse me, I can't hear your meeting. I'm a member of the public. I'm not trying to be disruptive. I'm just trying to hear this meeting. How can we have this meeting if you're not going to have it in a public format, officer? Excuse me, sir. Are you going to hold a public meeting in a public way that the public can hear? Or are you going to continue to hold this a secret now? What kind of secret backroom door are you trying to make up there, officer?
There's no need to take their land and home. Officer, my dear, all the people here are telling you this lifeline has got to end. The climate and the earth we must defend. Officer, my dear, it's getting pretty clear. It's time to keep the gas inside the ground. We're singing out for climate justice now. Officer, my dear, all the people here are telling you to leave these folks alone. There's no need to take their land and home. Officer, my dear, all the people here are telling you this lifeline has got to end. The climate and the earth we must defend. Officer, my dear, it's getting pretty clear. It's It's time to keep the gas inside the ground. We're singing out for climate justice now. Officer, my dear, all the people here are telling you to leave these folks alone. There's no need to take their land and home. Officer, my dear,
Tom,
all the people here.
for the benefit of the public, can you announce whatever the adjournment decision, or somebody from the VSB can see it on the transcript? Don't take it personally. We're bound to be here.
We'll defend your land too.
Can you, for our benefit, can you tell us what's going
This
on?
land is your land.
When will the transcript be available?
Louise, you're the public advocate. Can you tell us what's just happening?
Here, if you quiet.
You know what? You know what?
We don't think it's right.
Not everybody in this room was being disruptive, and there's members of the public here who were not being disruptive, who could not hear because of the decision that your board made to.
I'm not the board.
We respectfully ask the attorneys present for the gas company to quit your jobs. And
Join us.
Thank you.
Attorneys are supposed to be bound by ethics as well as law. They did what they could and they closed the hearing.
I was kept by an officer from hearing what just took place. It was not singing, but I had an officer standing between me and the speakers of the hearing, so I'd really like to know what was just decided.
Yeah, Louise, what was decided for those of us? We talked about the schedule, Mary. We're trying to create schedules, which is what we do.
Was it created?
No, there's no agreement among the parties.
Thank you.
Thanks, Louise.
Thank you, Louise.
Thanks, everybody.
I got arrested.